Hey, Soul Family. If you've been looking for messages from your angels, ancestors, guides, or everything in between, then I might have a message for you. Even if your guides might be something unconventional, like a multiverse character, I think that we can draw knowledge and inspiration from all aspects of creation. I don't think we're limited to just this physical realm. If you're interested in doing a reading with me, then your first reading will be $20 for the first reading for up to 20 minutes, and you can ask whatever questions you want. If it doesn't resonate, then I'll just refund you. And if you don't have any questions, then I can always just pull and see what comes out. But that being said, let's jump right in. Usually you know if a reading's for you because it resonates, and if it doesn't, then it might just not be a message for you. I'll take these, I guess, 4. So we have chair, filled, and that means someone new is entering your life. We have teapot, and that says deep friendship with someone of the same sex. We have bow with you are highly thought of. Okay. We have weeping willow with family sorrow. Not too fun. We have vase or vase, and that is secret admirer. And then last but not least, we have tent, which is temporary situation. So let's pull more cards and see what it's all about. So I guess I'll start first with like the family sorrow and kind of see like what that's related to, and we'll go from there. Okay, cool. Let me pull another one. I got the Magician, which is very odd. Okay, cool. So I got the Magician and the 4 of Pentacles. So maybe it's the energy of maybe you are somebody who is really good at, because like a lot of times, like whenever you are like in that Magician energy, whenever I think about that energy, it reminds me of people who tend to be very skilled at what they do. And as a result of it, many times they can sometimes be maybe looked on to kind of be relied upon in the family structure. So maybe there's like a lot of pain and sorrow having to have been the one to kind of like be that pillar for other individuals. That, or maybe it's pointing towards like there are things that you have to let go in your family kind of dynamic because of the fact that you are the Magician. Sometimes we're holding on to things too much and we have a deeper understanding of things, and we have to be the ones to, because of the fact that we have a deeper level of awareness or empathy or understanding, to kind of let those things go and not allow them to hold on to us or kind of screw our energetic imprints up. It's the same way that you would say like, and this is not to be diminished, but when you take care of children, for instance, you understand that certain things they do are simply because of where they are within their development or where they are within their experience. So you don't take it personally whenever a little kid's like, oh, I hate you, or a little kid throws a tantrum, and then 5 minutes later they're happy. You simply understand like that's a part of where they are on their journey. So maybe since you are somebody who has a deeper level of awareness, that is what you're being called to do, which is like be the one to let these things go and to simply move forward. And maybe whatever disagreements or frustrations and stuff like that that you've been going through are simply temporary, and it's not something that you have to worry too much about. It did say tent and temporary situation, so maybe you are, or maybe as a result of whatever interactions that you've had, you're now in a temporary situation. So maybe if there are things that are not going too well, then it's a very strong acknowledgement that this too will pass, and that things do shift for you in the better, in the long run. I think I had like 4 cards fall over. Okay, cool. So we have quite a few. We have the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Cups. We have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Emperor, and then the Ace of Cups. So I feel like this is definitely pointing towards like actually the energy of this family connection or this bond being something that is going to kind of survive and is something that is longer term. So it's not something that I would worry too much about. That, and then in conjunction with the other cards pointed towards like there being some kind of new connection coming in. It could be of the same sex, it could be of something a little bit more, but maybe there is, or there are people who are actually like really interested in you, and they're kind of like trying to it's like the beginning of something. It's kind of like they have like the seed that's going to be planted, and that could be like the connection that you guys are going to have. So maybe there's that energy of there being curiosity from somebody, maybe like to somebody like, you know, you're highly admired. So maybe this person is like wanting to start a connection with you because they're somebody who's been admiring your presence from the outside for a while. I'd like to think that it's some kind of like masculine type figure or a masculine energy, even if it is like a girl or a guy or a girl or somebody who's in a body of one. I think one way or another is going to be somebody who's like a little bit more masculine presenting. And sometimes those are the things that kind of like help us within our experience, like having these like closer connections that kind of pop up and that we're able to interact with versus kind of being stuck within family dynamics that aren't exactly always serving us the best. So maybe it's a matter of this person coming in and that might be what shifts the experience that you're currently having. Maybe they are admiring you as a friend, because I mean, there are plenty of people that I admire from a platonic sense and would simply want to, learn more about them, become friends with them, or actually I think there are plenty of people who have friend crushes. I don't think that's like an insane thing to say. But I think that could be that maybe this is like what the energy is for on your end. And with the both the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles, it makes me feel like this has potential. And I always say potential because things, especially within the human realm, things can always go different than what we plan. But I do think that there is great potential for whatever this connection is to actually be something that is longer term and beneficial to you. And then last but not least, so yeah, whoever this is, it's like I feel like there's going to be somebody who's taking action. It feels like they're going to be ones coming forth and kind of like making that gesture. You might not be aware of them yet. Maybe it's somebody who you are aware of, who you kind of like been feeling out. But maybe it's an energy of somebody who's going to kind of come forth and kind of maybe they're going to be the ones to put the intentions behind trying to build and bridge and build, bridge, and create a connection between you guys. So I would simply be open. Maybe you never know like where people who've been wanting to connect and simply want to experience nothing but positive things with you, just the way that you might have good intentions for other individuals, other people can have great intentions for you too. So I would never be one to close off the potential for there to be an experience with another individual. And if you're not in the mood, you want to stay in your hermit mode and kind of, respect your boundaries, or kind of like stay in that like little more, I guess, one-on-one energy, like where you're sitting with yourself, there's nothing wrong with that. But at the very same time, you never know where friendships can go. But either way, peace and blessings, and I hope you have a great day.